Hey everybody, welcome to the Dungeoncast. I'm Brian.
And I'm William.
This is the podcast where we talk about everything tabletop role-playing games.
And today we are covering the legendary Staves, rods, and wands of D&D.
1, 2, 3, 4. Shout out to Welcome, adventurers, to the Dungeoncast.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Will.
How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm so excited for another episode full of dick jokes. But before we get to that, we have a couple of things. We don't normally like to pump at the front of episodes, but we have got some very pertinent items that we want to promote.
Have some big stuff to talk about.
Bear with us before we get to all the rods.
And staves and
staves
wands.
and wands, whatever you want to call it.
All right, let's start with, hey, we're writing a book.
We are.
It's a science fantasy space opera setting called Draconstar.
It's based off of a D&D campaign that we did.
Yes, that we finished.
And finished.
Yeah.
And recorded and posted.
And you can
definitely
watch
check
it
that
out.
campaign or listen to it. Yeah.
It's called Super Quest Saga for those of you who haven't heard of it. But the book is called Starseeker's Guide to Draconstar. And we're really excited about it. And we have opened up pre-order. So if you missed the Kickstarter and you were interested, now's the time to hop on. You can go and pre-order a PDF, the physical copy. You can get in on the beta testing. This book is going to have 11 new species or races, depending on what you want to call them. And it's going to have new subclasses. It's got a species, custom species builder that we put together. New sci-fi backgrounds. It's going to have new weapons and armor upgrading system that I actually developed myself.
All the art we've been getting is incredible.
We're talking a whole bestiary of alien monsters. We're gonna have rules for space travel and space combat as well. So yeah, if you're interested,
unlike Spelljammer.
indeed. So if you're interested in any of that, check out our book, Starseeker's Guide to Draconstar. We've been working really hard on it. I'm very, very excited about it. And yeah, pre-order your book.
Yeah, for any Saga buffs out there, it is a campaign book that takes place canonically after Super Quest Saga.
Yes.
So if you want more of that show,
we're making it.
It's happening in that book.
It is, yeah.
There are characters from the show that make it into the book. So some of them don't. Some of them die because it's been a long time. But like elves and shit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
A couple more things. We got a YouTube promotion going on right now. We are approaching
On the hunt for 50K.
We're approaching 50,000 subscribers. It's all thanks to you guys. So thank you so much for going and hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like, and leaving comments, boosting the algorithm, and getting our channel seen by the masses who enjoy tabletop role-playing games. So thank you guys so much for getting us to where we are, and thanks for uplifting us up to that. That's a big milestone for a YouTube channel.
It is.
We've had the 1 million views on a video
nice.
as well.
Thank you for that, guys.
We've got a lot of other videos doing really well right now that aren't this podcast. So if you guys want to check out additional content that Will and I have put our hearts and souls into, our sweat, our blood, and a little bit of free time that we have outside of our day jobs, you guys can go do that.
All very true.
So thank you guys so much for making that a thing. And also, we've been trying to push Apple Podcasts, but I usually do it like reviews and stuff. I usually do it later on in the episode. Just wanted to hit that up top. We really appreciate you guys leaving podcast reviews. We've been reading some of them at the end of episodes as well as YouTube comments. So please leave us an Apple Podcast review. It helps, like I just said, with the YouTube stuff. It helps the podcast grow, expand, get new eyes on it. It's like one of the best word of mouth things you can do, and it's really nice to see it. It encourages Will and I to continue to strive for podcasting excellence in the D&D space, the ttrpg space. So without further ado, can we talk about these rods and cones? Not cones, just staves. I bet some of these rods make cones.
Yeah, I think more of the staves make cones. The rod is very specific that we're going to talk about today. We'll get into it.
Okay.
We've done swords.
We have.
We've done armors.
That's true.
Now it's time to cover those implements of magical delights.
Oh my.
Staves, rods, and wands.
I said oh my too early.
The legendary ones.
That's right.
Today we will be talking about some of the most powerful focuses 5e D&D has to offer, although quite a few iconic foci, such as the Staff of Power or the Staff of Thunder and Lightning, did not make the list due to not being in the legendary category, but merely being very rare.
Okay, cool.
We'll have to do some episodes on the very rare category of magic items because there are definitely some amazing weapons, armor, and more to talk about. But today is reserved for the truly exceptional, the most highly esteemed.
Yeah, that's right. Year of the Artifact is a top-down scenario.
It really is. It's absolutely. So let's get into it.
Okay.
Starting with perhaps the most powerful of the Staves, rods, and wands in the whole game, the Staff of the Magi.
Oh.
Now, this staff, despite its high profile, does not have very much lore written about it in any source book I could find. And trust me, I looked, I scoured. Again, I'm not going to read the novel, so if there's lore in the novels, please tell us in the comments.
There absolutely is.
But
Driss
I'm not going to read it.
wields the Staff of the Magi.
I'm sure
Psych.
he does.
That's not.
No,
I don't. That's probably not a thing.
It's super not a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if like Elminster has a Staff of the Magi.
Yeah, like one of those iconic characters from the Forgotten Realms lore.
But I don't know. Although I've read a few Elminster books, but I don't remember any particular
Dang
staff.
it, we should have asked Diggy.
We should have had him on for this.
Well, yeah, that would have been
That's
cool.
true. Yeah.
Maybe we have Diggy on for every episode to just chime in. Is like, actually, in the Forgotten
guys,
Realms.
yeah, that'd be great. But what I can say about it is that this staff brings all the wizards to the yard. Almost every and any arcane spellcaster dreams of getting their hands on this thing, as it really is immensely powerful. Many notable characters in D&D history have wielded the Staff of the Magi. It grants a ton of spells in unlimited uses.
Okay.
It has like 50 charges that can be used on even more powerful spells.
Damn.
Historically, it has always been an endgame item to dole out to your spellcaster, and even then, with caution advised. I've heard it said that the Staff of the Magi turns a level 20 character into a level 25 character. So be wary.
That is a huge gap. Like, that's a huge jump.
It is.
I don't even know
It's
what a level 25
it's a
character
jump
looks
that
like.
shouldn't exist. Yeah.
Not in 5e, right?
Yeah.
Damn. So 50 charges on something for me is unheard of.
Yeah, I agree. And
Because the biggest number I see is like 3.
I do on purpose for these episodes, just for everyone to know, I do on purpose avoid the stat block because I want to be surprised when Brian reads it to me.
Oh, cool.
Unless I happen to already know it because I used it or whatever in a game. So I have not looked at the Staff of the Magi for 5e.
It's a technique I've used for my entire Dungeoncast career is to not read about the
And
stuff we talk.
And
we're
it's
gonna talk
worked
about in the
well.
future. Yep,
It's worked well.
Done so good.
The type of staff is thoroughly linked to. Oh, this type of staff. Sorry, this type of staff is thoroughly linked to the archetypical image of the spellcasting profession.
Okay.
Rare though it is among the most powerful tools that a wizard can possess. The culmination of complex enchantments and endless study.
So, like on the tapestries that they put up in like wizard school, you might see like, this is like the textbook. Like if we could make all the staves like this one, we would, but we can't because this one's so good.
Exactly.
But you should know about it.
Absolutely.
All right.
So other than that, what I just said, all I have for the Staff of the Magi is a general description. Generally, a Staff of the Magi is a long wooden staff encased in iron and inscribed with magical sigils and runes. It is, for all of its power, a rather unassuming staff.
Okay.
And at this point, Brian, read the stat block to me. Tell me how powerful this staff is.
All right, we got a Staff of the Magi. It is legendary, requires attunement by a sorcerer, warlock, or wizard. So
Arcane.
A arcane full caster, right? So not a druid.
Not a druid.
This staff is probably made of metal. They probably don't even like that.
Yeah, exactly.
This staff can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff, so you could beat the shit out of somebody with it, like Donatello.
It's super true. I love the idea of giving this stuff to a fighter.
I know, right?
And they just beat the shit out of people with it.
And hopefully a spell. I'm going to beat you until a spell comes out of this thing. It's going to grant you +2 to attack and damage rolls made with it, which is not bad at all.
Not bad at
cool
all.
for a wizard, definitely. While you hold it, you gain a +2 bonus to spell attack rolls.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, for just the focus. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the staff has 50 charges for the following properties. That's so many.
It's so many.
Have its own whiteboard at the table, like
know,
it's just
right?
rubbing off like
Seriously.
little counters. It regain. Yeah, what kind of? I guess like a D100. Would have to be like how I like as the DM. I like to help my players keep track of that type of stuff. So I'll have some dice counters up or whatever.
Oh yeah, dice counter. Yeah, that's
like
a good
you
one.
keep track of it. I'll keep track of it. We'll all work together to make
Yeah,
this thing happen
indeed.
because keeping track of stuff is hard for everybody.
Especially if there's 50 things.
Right. It regains 4d6 +2 expended charges daily at dawn. So you could like blow through this thing. It'd take a week or two to get it all charged back
hold
up.
on. 4d6 plus what?
+2.
Okay, so hold on. So that's 1. That's 3. Ooh, that's 8. 12 plus 2. So I only regain 14 charges.
I think you didn't count a 1. So
15 charges.
15 charges for today.
Yeah.
Which is a lot still. Well, let's see how much if you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a d20, the staff regains 1d12 plus 1 charges.
I rolled a 5.
Nice one. Could have been better, but that's not the worst roll ever.
It's true.
It has an ability or a feature, I guess, called Spell Absorption. While holding the staff, you have advantage on saving throws against spells. In addition, you can use your reaction when another creature casts a spell that only targets you. If you do, the staff absorbs the magic of the spell, canceling its effect and gaining a number of charges equal to the absorbed spell's level. However, if doing so brings the staff's total number of charges above 50, the staff explodes as if you activated its retributive strike.
Definitely something to keep track of. Okay.
Yeah, do not. That's cool. I was gonna say Atsutsuki or there's bad guys in. Okay, this is spoilers for the Naruto verse because now there's a show called Boruto, Naruto's son.
Oh yeah.
Which is spoilers.
It's been
all
around
by
for a
itself.
bit now.
It's been around for a long. Naruto's an old show, so sorry everybody. Do you remember we used to have
Naruto has come up on the show many times.
Yeah, because I was watching it
there was like
early
a whole
on,
phase.
and we had a guy doing a Naruto podcast
that
was
advertised on the
advertising
show.
with
Yes.
us, and they were super cool, and they were like, "We want you to say Data Bayo."
Yeah.
Some people got really mad when they heard me say Data Bayo.
Some people get mad about silly things.
I know. I heard about it. It was like, oh, I can't believe you said it. It's so cringy. Like, why?
They paid me.
Naruto's cool.
Yeah, Naruto is cool.
They did pay me.
But what were you saying about spoilers?
Those guys. The enemies in Boruto can like absorb the chakra.
Oh,
so
no
like
shit.
jutsus or Rasengan is just bad now.
That's interesting.
Also,
Okay.
it's not. It's also not bad. It's also good.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's Rasengan.
Yeah, of course.
It's basically the main character of the show.
Okay, I can see that. Okay, so it's like
yeah,
that. They're absorbing chi. We're absorbing spells.
Right.
This thing's powerful. It's got like all this defensive stuff on top of this offensive stuff. We haven't even talked about what to spend these 50 charges on yet.
And here they are, spells. We spend them on spells.
All right, let's hear it.
While holding the staff, it'd be weird if you could use it without holding it, although not like super unfeasible. While holding the staff, you can use an action to expend some of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it, using your spell save DC and spellcasting ability. Conjure Elemental takes 7 charges.
That's not bad.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Dispel Magic, 3 charges. Very utility.
Yeah,
Fireball, the 7th level version for 7 charges.
Yeah.
Flaming Sphere, 2 charges. Also a very good, like...
So I want to...
This spell is slept on a little bit, I think.
Which one?
Flaming Sphere?
Oh, dude, I love Flaming Sphere.
It's a really good spell.
Yeah, it's a really good spell.
All the memes are about Fireball, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's pause and talk about Fireball just for a quick second. So,
of course,
when it comes to Fireball, I've heard there's a lot of there's a bit of a polarization in the community from what I've read about how Fireball is overtuned for a 3rd level spell.
Sure, I can see that
because of how iconic it is.
Mm-hmm.
So it is like, how do I say this? Like, it is super inefficient to not take it if you can get it.
Right. Yeah.
How do you feel about Fireball? Should it be tuned down, or should it be turned into a higher level spell, or is it good where it lives?
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hear a lot of problems about it at tables necessarily, because like Wizard's not a very popular class.
It's an incredibly powerful one.
It is. Yeah. It's just it's a big intimidating class. It's like, I look at it as like, Fighter is the class that beginners take, and then Wizards is like the opposite end of the spectrum. You take it when you're feeling confident in your ability as a player.
I can definitely see that that point of view for sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a large subsect of new players that feel that way.
I felt like when I played a wizard, and when I did so, I was multi-classing wizard with other things, trying to like really blow it up. And when I did that, I was like, okay, double Fireball, because Fireball's best spell.
Yeah.
And I had like a powerhouse of a man standing next to me for the entire campaign. So like I was like, okay, if I'm gonna be on the power level this party has to offer, I have to be able to do Fireball twice in a turn.
No. That's very valid.
It worked cool for a while. It has the drawback of blowing up your friends and killing NPCs.
Yeah.
And that's the meme, is like a lot of people don't care. Like,
right.
Hey, but your friends are over there. It's like, well, then I guess they'll die.
I don't know how I feel about Fireball, just because like it is so overtuned, and like it's just like all other offensive spells at that spell level, like it's like why take them unless you're going for something thematic, right?
That's the problem.
Like even you just said, like you were like, oh, well, I have to take this, and I have to like optimize it just to be on the same level as fucking paladin.
Yeah, as this paladin guy.
Yeah,
that was my specific problem when I ran it. But yes, true. I feel like that is the issue. Is like, why wouldn't I have to take this?
Yeah,
like it almost should just be written on my spell sheet.
Right, right, yeah. I get it. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but sorry. Let's talk a little bit more about the Staff of the Magi.
Yeah, I can see why that's a problem. I mean, I like to pick spells for my wizard based on the lore of my character.
Me too.
So Fireball might not come up.
Exactly.
My very first wizard was like a lizard folk wizard, and I took Flaming Sphere over it. Like I never took Fireball.
It's a fun spell.
You can also do, Flaming Sphere was 2 charges. Ice Storm was 4 charges. Invisibility is 2 charges, broken.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Knock, 2 charges, also broken. Lightning Bolt, a very, very good spell. It's a less good Fireball, right?
Yeah.
7th level version for 7 charges.
I mean, honestly, you have 50 charges though. You can do a lot of this stuff.
Yes, you can.
God damn. Continue.
Pass Wall. 5 charges. Is that you just move through walls, right? At like a certain range.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll look that up in a second. Plane Shift. It says 7 charges for that. Damn, that's
very powerful.
That's good. Telekinesis, 5 charges.
Nice.
The Beholder can do telekinesis with one of its eyes.
That's true.
Spoilers for the Beholder. Wall of Fire, 4 charges. Wall of Fire that's a very confusing spell. Like when the damage, how many times the damage ignites when it. Remember we kind of went through that when Percy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Super Quest Saga talk going on right now.
Yeah.
But,
it's our most recent full campaign. So.
Yeah. And then Web, 2 charges. Although I
don't see Web getting used a lot. Is that all the spells?
That was every spell on the list, but it also says you can use an action to cast one of the following spells from the staff without using any charges.
No shit.
Arcane Lock, really good spell.
Yeah.
Detect Magic, really good spell.
Mm-hmm.
Enlarge Reduce, really good spell.
Really good spell, yeah.
Light,
light's nice.
Mage Hand, and Protection from Good and Evil, which is actually situationally one of the best spells at a low level.
This basically turns you into a double wizard. Like you're a wizard again.
I'm a wizard, and here I hold a wizard in staff form.
I feel like who gets the most use out of the staff? A warlock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because now I am all that was taken
now
from
I'm
me.
a full caster.
An actual full caster. Yeah. I mean, I was before, but you get it.
You know what I mean.
I know 1D&D is doing a lot of weird stuff with the warlock.
I'm waiting for what comes out officially.
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear there's experimentation. Can't wait to see what gets finalized.
Yeah.
We'll talk all about it on the show.
So let's talk about explosions.
Okay.
Retributive Strike. You can use an action to break the staff over your knee or against a solid surface.
That seems like a bad move.
Performing a retributive strike. The staff is destroyed and releases its remaining magic in an explosion and expands to fill a 30-foot radius sphere centered on it. You have a 50% chance of to instantly travel to a random plane of existence, avoiding the explosion. If you fail to avoid the effect, you take force damage equal to 16 times the number of charges left in the staff. Every other creature in the area must make a DC 17 dexterity saving throw. That's a high DC. On a failed save, a creature takes an amount of damage based on how far away it is from the point of origin, as shown in the following table. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage. Typical.
So to me, what this sounds like, this is the DMs flipping the bird as their big bad evil guy is about to lose way too early. You know what? Lich breaks the staff and fucking nukes you guys.
30 charges, and it's clear I'm gonna lose.
Exactly.
So here we go.
Here we go.
Damn.
That's what that sounds like to me.
Yeah, this would be. I'll talk about it after.
Okay.
But let's get to this table. So distance from origin. If you're 10 feet away or closer, you take 8 times the number of charges in the staff. 11 to 20 feet away, 6 times the number of charges in the staff. 21 to 30 feet away, 4 times the number of charges in the staff. So your melee characters fighting this guy are gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't see. Oh, I guess it's. I was like, where's the section on how to destroy the magic item? You just break it over your knee.
Yeah, you just break it over your knee.
So this would be fun with a big bad like Vecna or Acerak, where the wizard in the party or whoever caster can wield this is going up against that character. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe one-on-one, maybe not.
Maybe
The party's like, we'll help you if we can. It's like let's fight this big let's have a wizard duel, and I'll give you this item.
A whole lot of whiz going on here.
Right. that would, I could see that being a use here that I would be super excited to implement in one of my games.
Yep. It's very powerful stuff.
Yeah, man.
I'm afraid now that the rest of the stuff we're going to talk about is just going to pale in comparison.
I know that was pretty cool. I haven't read an item that is quite as you were right. It's basically like I'm holding another character.
Yeah, basically. All right, we ready to move on to the next?
Absolutely.
The next staff we have up on the block is the Black Staff.
Ooh.
This legendary staff is tied to Forgotten Realms lore and specifically to the city of Waterdeep.
The city of Waterdeep.
The Black Staff is a sentient, rune-carved staff set with thin silver veins. It is the symbol of office for the Black Staff, the highest-ranking wizard in Waterdeep, as the rightful owner of the Black Staff.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Staff is the name for the powerful magical staff created and used by Kelvin Blackstaff Aronson, the former Lord Mage of Waterdeep, a former Masked Lord of Waterdeep, and a powerful Archmage. Now, this dude is in a ton of Forgotten Realms novels and is very much a big deal with a lot of history.
Yeah.
We're not going to get too into that as I have not read these novels.
I do have some, as someone who has run a Waterdeep campaign, although very loose Waterdeep campaign.
I would say very loose.
Very loose. But I do have Waterdeep lore.
Okay.
Do you know who the Masked Lords are? The Masked Lords of Waterdeep?
Yes. Yeah. They're the ones who actually run Waterdeep, but no one knows their technical identities.
Right.
There's also an open lord.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're the Court of Owls.
Dude, that's
Gotham
good.
City.
That's really good.
I know. I don't have a Court of for FBATS fans out there that are listening. I don't have a Court of Owl episodes lined up, but if we continue,
you were planning.
I was planning on doing a Court of Owls
really
episode.
Good. That's good shit.
Waterdeep is so good for like a Gotham City parallel.
Really fit.
When I was reading to do like the campaign, that's why I picked it. I was like, there's so much here.
So we're not going to get that into the novels pretty much at all, but the Black Staff is also the title name given to the master of the famed staff and Black Staff Tower, including Black Staff Academy, as well as the Archmage of Waterdeep. So Black Staff is the name of both the staff and the rightful wielder of the staff.
Right. Why not?
Yeah. Over time, rituals and traditions formed and it became customary for the Black Staff to choose an heir. The heir serves as the apprentice and assistant to the Black Staff. The magical quasi-spirits of the former Black Staffs began residing within the tower, and they reside in the tower and they serve as advisors to the current Black Staff. Now, these are not true spirits. They are merely green-tinged facsimiles produced by a green magic gemstone called the Kira and Velar.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
Thank you. Whose magic is bound to the tower.
Okay, cool.
We're not going to really get into that. It's just a magic stone that does a lot of cool magic stuff, and that's what this one's doing.
A lot of towers.
I think they're called memory stones.
Okay.
As well.
So they're like illusory, like.
Yeah, they're basically from my understanding is like they hold a lot of data, and so like what you're seeing is like
a manifestation of that data.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this is what we know about. Kelvin Aronson or whatever. So, like, this is as close to an approximation of, like, what he would say.
Yeah, it's like when Tupac shows back up on stage in the modern day.
Exactly, yes.
Or Michael Jackson. It's just like a hologram.
Yep, exactly.
Cool.
So, finally, it seems that every new Black Staff either creates their own or is given their own unique Black Staff to go along with their station. The original, wielded by Kelvin Aronson, was said to be longer than an average human. It was tall, roughly 7 feet from base to tip. A ring of bulbs circled the staff at about eye level, and the staff was topped by a curved claw shape. The entire staff was pure black in color.
Okay.
Later iterations have been described as a twisted metal staff with a crystal on top that flashes various colors and a large rune inscribed dustwood staff with silver veins with a large axe head in the shape of a snarling wolf head with glowing green eyes atop it.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's canonical that basically every Black Staff makes their own unique Black Staff, but they still hold the same properties as previous Black Staffs.
Yeah. So like the first one is like this is the biggest Black Staff.
Stupid.
And then some other guy was like, well, mine is silver, but it's got veins in it.
Go on.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
That's what's written here.
You're not wrong. That is what's written here. All right. Give me the stats of this big black staff.
Okay. It can animate walking statues. Oh, hang on. The black staff has the magical properties of a staff of power. So I guess
Which is a very rare staff. That's very powerful.
But on top of that, I mean, should we go read the staff of power later, or what?
I'll pull it up.
Okay.
I'll pull it up.
I'll just read the features that are supposed to get layered on top. Animate walking statues. You can expend one or more of the staff's charges. Yeah, I think we need to know what the staff of power does.
Okay. Okay. Oh God, there's a lot. Want me to read it, or do you want to read it?
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, you pull up staff of power. It looks like basically what it looks like is a miniature staff of the Magi.
Oh, okay.
So if the staff of the Magi is a wizard, staff of power is half a wizard.
Right. So sorcerer, warlock, or wizard, very rare, requires attunement from one of those. The staff can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff, +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls. While holding it, you gain a +2 bonus to armor class, saving throws, and spell attack rolls. Cool. The staff has 20 charges for the following properties. The staff regains 2d8 +4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20 on a 1. The staff retains its +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls, but loses all of their properties. On a 20, the staff regains 1d8 +2 charges, so don't run out, basically is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Power strike, when you hit with a melee attack using the staff, you can expend 1 charge to deal an extra 1d6 of force damage to the target. Very cool. Spells, while holding the staff, you can use an action to expend one or more of the charges to cast one of the following spells from it using your spell save DC and spell attack bonuses. Cone of Cold is 5 charges, Fireball 5 charges, Globe of Invulnerability 6 charges, Hold Monster 5 charges, Levitate 2 charges, Lightning Bolt 5 charges, Magic Missile 1 charge, Broken, Ray of Enfeeblement 1 charge, or Wall of Force 5 charges. I guess it would be more broken if you could stack charges to spend and like level up the spell. So like
which I don't think you can here because it's specific about the level at which you can cast some of these.
And then it also has the Retributive Strike, and it looks identical to the staff we just read with the same exact.
Yeah, it's a miniature staff of the Magi, basically.
Yes. So after you have your slightly weaker and I guess not even slightly, like it's pretty depowered.
Yeah, I would say it's about half as good as the staff of the Magi. Yeah.
But very good.
But very good.
Yeah. So also with the black staff, you can do animate walking statues, expend one or more of the staff charges as an action to animate or deactivate one or more of the walking statues of Waterdeep.
Okay.
You must be in the city to use this property, and you can animate or deactivate one statue for each charge expended. An animated statue obeys the telepathic commands of Kelvin and Aaronson's spirit, which is trapped inside of the staff. See personality below. A walking statue becomes inanimate if deactivated or if the staff is broken.
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
that is kind of counter to the lore of like there's a unique staff that each black staff makes. So if his soul is in this one, this has to be the original then.
Yeah, I think this is assuming you have the original one.
Okay.
And then maybe you could just tweak it to be whoever's if that's what, like maybe the first one you find isn't the one you're looking for.
Yeah. If you could do one statue for every charge, that's 20 statues you can have rolling deep.
19 statues because you don't want to run out of charges on this wand, right?
Fair.
Like, I guess 20 statues and then your wand explodes.
Yeah, there's the threat of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm interested on these walking statues of Waterdeep are probably just like golems, right?
Yeah, I imagine they're probably just stone golems.
Yeah, some sort of animated armor.
Yeah.
Or something. Dispel Magic. You can expend one of the staff's charges as a bonus action to cast Dispel Magic on a creature. That's cool as a bonus action. An object or a magical effect that you touch with the tip of the staff. If the target is an unwilling creature or an object an unwilling object in the possession of a creature. Oh, I see. You must hit the creature with a melee attack using the black staff before you can expend the charge to cast the spell.
Interesting.
So that makes it not a bonus action.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. Basically, it's like this is going to be your whole turn.
Drain Magic. The property affects only creatures that use spell slots. When you hit a creature with a melee attack using the black staff, you can expend one of the staff's charges as a bonus action, causing the target to expend one spell slot of the highest spell level it can cast without casting a spell. If the target has already expended all of its spell slots, nothing happens. Spell slots that are expended in this fashion are regained when the target finishes a long rest as normal. Interesting. Master of Enchantment. When you cast an enchantment spell of first level or higher while holding the staff, you can make an intelligence arcana check with a DC of 10 plus the level of the spell. If the check succeeds, you cast the spell without expending a spell slot. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Sentience. The black staff is a sentient staff of neutral
It
alignment.
has a soul. Well, it does have a soul. It literally has.
It literally does.
Aronson soul
Or
in
like
it.
a copy of the soul or something like that.
Yeah, I
Like
think
some fragment of the soul.
It's
like
probably the full soul.
like the full soul, you
I think so, I
Yeah.
think so.
Like not a Voldemort situation.
No, not a Horcrux situation.
Gotta go full soul. It's got an intelligence of 22,
Damn.
a wisdom of 15,
There's a very strong chance the staff is smarter than you.
and a charisma of 18. It's probably more handsome than you
It's
too.
more handsome than you. It's smarter than you.
It's more beautiful than you'll ever be.
It's
It can pass your SAT with a higher score. It has hearing and dark vision. Surprise!
even the
s-
thing
the
without
staff
eyes
has
has dark vision.
Surprise! Welcome to 5e.
That's hilarious.
Out to a range of 120, and it's got the best dark vision.
It's got
It's got
superior
120
dark.
feet of dark vision. Fuck off,
I hate this staff.
stupid game. It can communicate telepathically with any creature that's holding it. Also cool. Much cooler than dark vision. Why does the staff have dark vision?
Can I just play the staff as my character?
I know. You draw little legs on it.
Exactly.
I don't need arms and just headbutt people and dispel their magics. Personality. The staff has the spirits of all the previous black
shit.
staffs
It's
trapped. All of them?
It
All
says,
of them?
it says trapped. That doesn't sound voluntary.
You missed my vital organs. All of them? Sorry, that's Goku versus Piccolo.
Yeah, I know. I know.
In Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Not Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball. Okay. So it has
It has a lot of souls in it.
its creator, Kelvin Aronson, is the dominant personality among them.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Like Kelvin,
Sorry, go ahead.
Kelvin's the top. Like Kelvin, the staff is extremely devious and manipulative. It prefers to counsel its
Dude, this staff is evil.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's neutral.
bullshit.
No, it said so.
I know what it says. Go ahead.
It prefers to counsel its owner without exerting outright control. The staff's primary goal is to protect Waterdeep and its
Okay,
open
all right.
lord, currently Leyral Silverhand. Its secondary goal is to help its wielder become more powerful. So,
I mean, that's nice. That's nice. It's weird that the staff has an agenda, but
you know, yeah,
But that's awesome.
It is weird. It's weird that it has these two main prerogatives, and like the staff probably wants other stuff as well, but at a much lower drive, right?
Well,
Since,
okay. So
like the
if-
other personalities might want something, but can't
That's
want
true.
it more than these things because of Kelvin.
because Kelvin, Kelvin does two things.
You work for me.
He gets more powerful and he protects Waterdeep.
Yeah, which is cool. I
Which
like
is
that.
pretty cool. It is pretty
It
cool.
depends on like what's going on in Waterdeep. Do we need to like overthrow a tyrant?
There's always shit going down in
It's
Waterdeep.
true. There's a lot happening.
That's so funny.
There's a giant 10-tentacled, 10-eyeballed monster living in its basement.
You're not wrong.
All right, and the Waterdeep is cool. It's the coolest place in Faerun.
Well, you're gonna be happy because we're gonna be coming back to Waterdeep later on in the episode.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, in the event that the holder of the office of the Black Staff no longer serves the staff's wishes, the staff ceases to function until it finds a worthy inheritor, someone whose loyalty to Waterdeep is beyond reproach. So
Now,
that's fine.
just double check my work here. This isn't an artifact, right? This is just a legendary item because it's super reading like artifact.
staff legendary.
Wow.
Yeah, it really is though. Like this might be something somebody wants to destroy for sure.
Yeah.
It's a devout patriot. Spirit trap. When the Black Staff dies, the spirit of that dies. Okay.
Remember, like the person who holds it is also the Black Staff.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So
Okay,
it's
yeah,
it's
that's
an
right.
office
That's right.
as well. Yeah.
The spirit that of that individual becomes trapped in the. Oh, okay, yeah. You are the Black Staff. When you die, your spirit becomes
Waterdeep's really confusing.
Yeah, your spirit becomes trapped in the staff along with the spirits of the previous Black Staff. So you now work for Kelvin.
Yeah.
Even
And you
more
always
so.
did, really.
Yeah. A Black Staff whose spirit is trapped in the staff can't be raised from the dead. Damn. Get wrecked. Destroying the staff would release the spirits trapped inside, but in that event, Kelvin's spirit can lodge itself inside one piece of the staff that remains. Excellent. The piece containing Kelvin's spirit has the staff's sentience property, but none of its other properties. As long as this piece of the staff exists, Kelvin's spirit can make the staff whole again whenever he wishes. When the staff is remade, The spirits of the previous black staffs become trapped inside it again.
I don't like
You
this
thought-
trapped. That's brutal.
Yeah. That's everything. That's everything we got on
Wow.
the black staff. This is a very interesting item.
Yes, it's extraordinarily interesting.
This is rich with gameplay.
I was worried
incentives.
that like what we talked about after the Staff of the Magi wasn't gonna be able to follow it. Now I don't know if anything's gonna follow the black staff.
Yeah, the black staff is fucking cool.
Yeah, but we'll find out after the short rest.
Oh. We've returned.
Indeed we have.
We're fucking back.
Indeed we are.
It's another great, big, hard, juicy episode.
Veiny.
Veiny episode. Lot of stiff lore.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, go to
It's very firm.
Go to patreon.com/thedungeoncast to support us. I know we had like a bunch of plugs at the top of the show, so thanks for continuing to listen to this point. If you want to support us further, that's where you can do it. There's lots of cool stuff, like the notes of this episode will be up in there for people to see, including early episodes, as early as we can get them to you, ad-free.
Mm-hmm.
That's important to us. Yeah. Anyway,
You ready to get back to these legendary staffs?
Let's get back to legendary staffs.
So next up, we have a legendary staff that was actually created for the recent Honor Among Thieves D&D movie.
Nice.
The Hither Thither staff.
That sounds like the D&D movie to me.
Yeah. I'm including it for 3 reasons. 1, the Honor Among Thieves movie was set in the ever-moving continuity of Forgotten Realms and is, as I understand it, 100% canonical in universe.
Yep, might as well be. It's here in D&D Beyond, so...
Yeah. Number 2, we have stats for it, and it's nice to have items with stats to read on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, the staff is pretty cool, and I like it.
Okay, sweet. Was it cool in the movie?
Yes. Yeah.
I still haven't seen the movie, although I will watch it when it streams.
Yeah.
Which I think it is now.
Yeah,
Or
but
is
you have
about
to pay
to.
for it. You have to pay for it,
I
think.
I'll watch it when it streams for a service I have.
Okay, for sure.
Then, yeah.
Now, we have some minor and some major spoilers for the... Oh, God. Do you care about spoilers? Should we not do this item?
Typically, I don't care about spoilers for most things. And
okay.
for this movie in particular, I could care less.
Okay, cool. For those of you who do care, I highly recommend you jump to the next section because unfortunately I can't talk about this staff and the lore behind it without getting into major spoilers for the movie.
Okay, we'll add a timestamp in the notes below.
Okay.
So you can skip this section. So the spoilers are going to begin now. So tune out, go check the notes below if you want to skip spoilers for the D&D movie. I'll write down where they end so you can jump to that timestamp.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, sure.
The Hither Thither staff has the appearance of an ornate walking stick with a blue gem affixed to the top within twisted roots. This gem glows when the item is activated. We will get into the specific of the staff's powers in the stat block, but essentially the staff is capable of creating linked portals between 2 points within range that the caster can see.
Oh, sweet.
The creation of the staff is unknown, but was stolen from a wizard in the Great Peak Mountains by Holga Kilgore, a human barbarian played by Michelle Rodriguez in the movie.
Okay, cool.
Thinking it was merely a fancy walking stick, she gifted it to her husband, Marleman. Following the couple's separation and divorce while Holga was interred at Revel's End prison, Holga reclaimed the staff as a memento of her relationship while visiting Marleman in Long Saddle. Her traveling companion, Simon Aumar, a half-elf sorcerer played by Justice Smith, subsequently recognized it as a Hither Thither staff and made use of it to help their party.
He's the bad sorcerer, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The staff was later used to aid the party with a plot to rob Castle Never in Neverwinter by cleverly placing a portal on a painting and fixing that painting to the bottom of a carriage full of treasure bound for Neverwinter and using the portal to break into the carriage. Leave the painting as part of the treasure and then escape the carriage. Okay. Unfortunately, the painting fell face down against a stone floor upon its arrival in Neverwinter, preventing anyone from passing through the portal until the druid Doric, I forgot to write down the actress's name, I apologize, managed to carve a small gap in the stone and wild shape into a worm and slip through.
Okay. She's the one doing all the broken, like, out
Druid
of stuff,
yeah.
wild shapes.
Just wild shaping, just willy nilly.
nonstop. Yeah.
But it is pretty cool. Subsequently, acting on a plan hatched by ex Harper Edgin, a human bard played by Chris Pine, to save the attendees of the High Sun Games from a plot by the Red Wizard Sophina, Simon placed one portal on the underside of a hot air balloon and the other below Forge Fitzwilliam's treasure hoard, causing the gold to spill into the streets of Neverwinter and lure the people outside of Neverwinter Arena before Sophina's beckoning death spell could take effect.
Neat. Okay.
I just spoiled the whole movie.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I can't wait to see it in play.
Yeah.
It's all about the journey.
It is.
That's why I don't care about spoilers typically, because I like to see how it all manifests.
I'm the same way, yes.
I actually spoiled the Dark Tower for myself.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I read the end and I didn't fucking understand it. And I was like, I cannot wait to find out why the fuck this happens. I don't know what this is, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I loved every second of that book.
Absolutely.
And it actually heightened it made my problem worse because it heightened the experience for me. I was like,
I could see exactly why that would happen. Yeah.
Maybe this is why.
Yeah.
Maybe,
like,
nope,
is this
wasn't
the moment?
that.
No.
Nope.
Oh
nope.
my God. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh damn. Oh,
Yeah.
and then you get really sad for 500 pages. Jesus Christ.
You could get sad for longer.
You could. You do get sad in that book a lot, but
Yeah.
you get really fucking sad for a long portion.
That's the mark of a good book for sure.
Yeah, like Lord of the Rings. I imagine you would get pretty sad about Lord of the Rings for the back half of the last installment, right?
Yeah. Especially if you're analyzing just Frodo's journey and everything that happens to his soul and stuff. Yeah,
exactly. And then all the Gollum.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
there's that too.
Yeah.
Want to read me the stat block for the hither thither staff?
I got it right here. I am charmed by the naming conventions they decided to use in the D&D
I am
movie.
too.
And the types of things they did. It made it feel like it was a campaign.
Yeah, it did.
The Great Big Mountains. Is that regular Forgotten
Realms? It was
Realms?
Gray's Peak.
Gray's Peak.
Yeah, Gray's
didn't you
Peak.
say the Great Big Mountain somewhere in there?
I
in
don't
the
think
note?
so.
Oh, I heard that and was like, that's a funny name for a mountain.
The Great Big Mountain.
You know the ones. It's improving. Hey, what are these mountains called?
The
fuck.
Great Big Mountain.
To your left, on the west, you see the biggest mountains you've ever seen. It's a great big.
To the right,
great big mountains. What are the names?
Not nearly as big mountains are right over there.
Yeah, that's a less good name, but still funny. This walking stick has a brilliant gemstone fitted at the top. The staff has
I already
four.
read that part.
This staff has 4 charges and regains 1d4 expended charges daily at dawn, which is more in line with how most really cool magic items work, like Ring of the Ram. As an action, you can expend 1 charge from the staff to create 2 linked teleportation portals, each one appearing on a flat surface of your choice that you can see within 1,500 feet of yourself. That's a lot.
That's a lot of
That's
feet.
a huge range.
That's a lot of feet.
A dimension door is 500 feet. Alternatively, you can expend 1 charge as an action to relocate one or both portals, subject to the same limitation. The surface on which a portal appears must be big enough to accommodate it. Each portal is a 2-dimensional glowing oval ring, and together they create an open doorway up to 6 feet high and 4 feet wide. So sorry if you're 6'6", you're going to have to duck. Any creature or object entering one portal exists from... Wait, what the hell? I got lost in my own words. Any creature or object entering one portal exits from the other as if the 2 portals were a single opening that connects their location. That makes sense.
Yep.
A portal can appear on a moving surface, but the effect ends when the 2 portals move more than 1 mile apart. That's a lot.
It's quite far.
As a bonus action, while holding the staff, you can close both portals, ending the effect, or suppress one portal, causing it to disappear until you relocate it, see above, during which time the remaining portal can't be used. The portals otherwise last for 24 hours. Now, I noticed there's nothing in here about sticking half your body through this portal and then making it close.
I mean, that's DM discretion, man.
Yep, you're either going to move them to one side or the other, depending on how much is.
Or you'll
you
just
fucking cut them in
bisect
half.
them.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Damn, dog.
That's what I would do.
Looks like you're dying. Unless somebody can figure it out. Yeah, that's everything we have on this. So, the most OP portal item in the game, it looks like.
I
to
think
me.
so.
Yeah.
I think that stands to reason. And it's legendary, so maybe it should.
Or close to it. I mean, it's a staff, so it's not wasting anybody's resources the way the portal magic would,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a higher footage than I think most of them.
Then pretty much any of them.
actual teleport. This is just shy of actual teleportation, I feel like.
Right.
It is teleportation, but
Yeah.
The teleportation spell. It's a very good spell.
Yeah. How far can the teleportation spell? I've never used it.
I think
before.
it just goes to wherever you drew the teleportation rune.
Okay. Yeah. So it's one step down. From
Yeah.
that.
And Super Quest Saga, I had a teleportation rune in my ship.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think we needed to end up.
It never ended up being
because
used,
of spoilers for Super Quest Saga, which I won't get into.
Okay. Sure.
But I was ready. I
know you were ready.
I was ready.
I know you were ready.
It's like I need to fucking get out. Anyway, so what else we got, man?
Well, we're back to Waterdeep with this next staff.
Waterdeep.
The Dragon Staff of Agaron is how I'm going to pronounce that because that's how it looks.
Oh, cool.
The Dragon Staff was created by Agaron as a means to control and regulate the Dragon Ward cast on the city of Waterdeep. Agaron Belnoth Undrur was a mage from the north, just from the north, and the first open lord of Waterdeep. So not a mass lord, he was the first open lord.
Okay.
He created the Lords of Waterdeep, the system by which Waterdeep has been ruled ever since.
Yeah, the open lords are just figureheads, from what I understand. They're
Yeah.
not like except for
this
maybe
guy.
this guy. Yeah.
This guy was like he set the whole government into motion.
Yeah, I think the rest of them sort of like are appointed by the masked lords, and they kind of just get run to go tell the people whatever.
Yeah. It's kind of like when a country has a president and a prime minister. Usually one of them is kind of just a figurehead while the other one's actually running the government.
Yeah, okay.
I thought it was a pretty apt example.
I agree. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with you on that. I am just passively saying, "Yep." That's a
It's a thing. Agaron's Dragon Ward. Let's get back to Waterdeep.
Yes.
Agaron's Dragon Ward is a powerful mythal cast by the famous mage Agaron over the city of Waterdeep. A mythal is a powerful magical effect created by a group of spellcasters to protect and ward a large area with numerous powerful enchantments. Centered under Agaron's tower. There's a lot of goddamn towers in Waterdeep.
That's what I was saying earlier. Yes, there's so many.
There's so many towers.
A lot of them are in ruin. Some of them are under the fucking city.
Yeah. I think this one, it's centered under Agaron's tower. The mythal projects a permanent dome 25,600 feet.
Or 7,800 meters.
In diameter, which encompasses the city's borders in their entirety.
Man, when I'm not expecting those, they like come out of nowhere. I'm like, read the parentheses. Well, wait, it says meters.
You know what? I'll change the color on those so they're more apparent.
Oh, hey, that would actually be really helpful.
No problem.
Make them green.
I'll make them green.
Hell
That's my favorite color. Any creature with draconic blood that tries to enter the city is overcome with an overwhelming urge to leave the area, never to return. Oh, let's be honest here. It's just some sort of like dragon stink repellent. Like, it just smells bad. Like,
the anti-dragon spray.
It's a mythal casting.
It's the Terminix guy showed up and sprayed for dragons outside your house.
It's so true.
They're not getting in here this season, ma'am. Worry not.
However, any draconic creature that touches the dragon staff of Agaron is able to bypass the dragon ward for as long as the staff's wielder allows, or until the creature is struck by the staff.
I bet all the Hermione Grangers are in the YouTube comments right now like, it's pronounced my thaw.
I think I got this one right, but you're probably right.
No, you can't get. That's what's funny about it is you can't get it right. There's somebody in there that's mad. There was a comment about the Acerak thing. Mm-hmm. The spelling that they suggest. Sorry to put this person on blast. I won't call them out, but the way they spelled it, just like.
It's not. I couldn't even. It's a Serac.
I couldn't even fathom the way they spelled it in the comment to get the enunciation across. I was like, I don't even know. Sorry, what am I looking up? What's the name of this thing?
The Dragon Staff of Agaron. I think it's just called the Dragon Staff.
The Dragon Staff.
I could not find a written description, but the image that I found of the staff depicts a wooden staff with two intertwining dragon heads at its top.
Cool. Dragon Staff of Agaron.
Agaron.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up.
All right, tell me.
I'm just kidding. I'm open to changing the way I speak. While holding the Dragon Staff of Agaron, you have advantage on saving throws against the spells and breath weapons of dragons.
That's pretty cool.
As well as the breath weapons of other creatures of the dragon type, like dragon turtles. A creature of the dragon type that you touch with the staff can move through the city of Waterdeep, ignoring Agaron's dragon ward. This effect lasts until the creature is touched again by the staff or until a time you proclaim when you confer the benefit. The staff has 10 charges. While holding it, you can expend 1 charge as an action to cast the command spell. If you target a dragon with this casting, the dragon has disadvantage on its saving throws.
That's very cool.
The staff regains 1d10 charges daily at dawn. What a great way to go fight a dragon early level.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, seriously.
That's just cool. That's everything.
Cool. I solid staff.
Yeah,
I like this one. Yeah.
Yeah. How solid, you know? If it's solid for more than 4 hours, go see a physician or an arcane mage of some kind, I guess.
That's the last staff we're talking about today. We're moving on to rods.
Oh my.
God damn it. It's the Rod of Resurrection.
Oh, no! If you can't get your staff to be as solid as you need
God
for
damn
function, then you can
You can use the Rod of Resurrection. God damn it.
We have answers for both issues in-house. Let's do this. Waterdeep rules.
So the Rod of Resurrection typically has humanoid faces carved into each of its thicker ends.
Oh God.
With bituminous coal used for eyes and rubies for lips. The slender end of the rod is bound in amethyst.
Like a expensive snowman, but also a wiener.
As one would imagine, rods of resurrection allow its wielder to resurrect the dead.
Oh.
In early ages, only clerics could activate the power of these rods, and they were incapable of regaining charges. But following the spell plague, druids and paladins are also capable of attuning these rods. This is just in setting canonical reasoning for addition changes.
At post spell plague, like a bunch of mages like went and dug up like a landfill full of like toxic magic waste to find all the expended rods of resurrection that the clerics of old had just like launched into the trash after use. Like, no, we can use them again. There's so many in the landfills.
That's so funny. These rods can be constructed by using a 3-foot
or 0.91 meter
branch from a rowan tree that was under the care of a treant. Following the physical construction of a staff, one needs to wrap the root of a mandrake over the bound amethyst, binding it with a cloth soaked in one's own blood, and then wrapping that with silver wires. One then needs a special set of robes, incense, and a structure erected, specifically for the enchantment ceremony. Once the ceremony is complete, a command word will issue forth from the mandrake root.
A command word, otherwise, like a safe word.
Tell me about that.
What's a mandrake?
I'm pretty sure it is a type of plant, I believe, with a face.
Mandrake.
That speaks.
That speaks?
Pretty sure mandrakes speak.
Well, in the real world, I doubt it, right? But
yeah,
it looks like a person. Is that what I'm getting
that
here?
Would be
the roots look like a
groundbreaking biological discovery if we found a talking plant.
Yeah, groundbreaking because it's a root.
Oh, God. Are you looking up D&D mandrakes?
No, I was looking up the real world mandrakes.
Well, I need you to look up the Rod of Resurrection.
Oh, yeah. The Rod of Resurrection. Okay.
I am looking up D&D mandrakes for you because it's a legitimate question. I'm just assuming I know what they are. Let's see here. Mandrakes, also known as witch roots, are a type of plant in the realms. They can be used as an anesthetic. It doesn't say that they talk. I guess that's a Harry Potter thing.
Oh yeah, that was a thing, right?
Anyways, yeah.
Makes sense that Harry Potter's coming up in this context. Okay, we have a legendary rod.
Mm-hmm.
The rod has 5 charges. While you hold it, you can use an action to cast one of the following spells from it. Heal expends 1 charge, or Resurrection, which expends 5 charges. The rod regains 1 expended charge daily at dawn, so take a shot.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. Old whistle's dry. We play a game here on the Dungeoncast. When Will's phone goes off on microphone, everybody takes a shot.
I'm a professional.
Pull over, get your emergency Dungeoncast booze out, whether it be like...
Hey, it's Josh Freeland.
Hey! A friend of the show, Josh Freeland. How is Freeland? He's doing good?
He's doing good.
Okay.
He's doing good, man.
Cool. The rod regains 1 expended charge daily at dawn. If the rod is reduced to 0 charges, roll a d20 on a 1. The rod disappears in a burst of radiance. So if you do the resurrection... and you roll a 1 on a d20, it just explodes in a non-lethal way. That's it.
Okay.
But you could do sweet heals.
So, there are other legendary rods in D&D 5th edition. that did not make this list because they're not really like casting implements. They're just basically maces. And it just didn't feel right to put them on this list. So we'll probably include those on the legendary weapons episode.
We'll have like an honorary mentions list of them.
Well, like there's a bunch of like legendary items that like are like, this one's a mace, this one's a trident, this one's a whatever. So I think we're gonna have like a miscellaneous episode later in the year.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, well, our final item is the lone wand on our list, and surprisingly enough, there are absolutely 0, from everything I looked at, legendary wands in 5th edition D&D. Not a single one.
Oh.
They're all only rare or very rare.
Okay.
But I didn't want us to go wandless on this episode, so I chose to include one of the most iconic wands in the game, the Wand of Wonder.
The Wand of Wonder. Gotcha.
A Wand of Wonder is an unpredictable magical wand that produces a random effect each time it is used. I love the most current depiction of the wand. It appears as to be a long brass or gold wand affixed with multicolored gems or baubles, including those that look to me like they're on swivels that seem to be able to spin about.
Ooh, okay.
Very fancy looking. Very whimsical.
Yeah.
The Wand of Wonder is an unpredictable moment. I read that. The wand can be aimed at a creature, an object, or any point in space. Activating the wand causes it to create a random effect that could possibly target the wielder, the pointed creature or object, or an area in front of the wand. The Wand of Wonder is capable of producing a number of different outcomes, each with a different probability to happen. They include casting spells that affect a single creature, such as Detect Thoughts, Enlarge Reduce, Flesh of Stone, Invisibility, and Slow. Spells that affect an entire area, such as Darkness, Fairy Fire, Fireball, Gust of Wind, Lightning Bolt, or Stinking Cloud. And other effects, such as turning the wielder's skin blue, summoning a large animal or swarm of butterflies, making grass or leaves grow, causing rain, stunning the wielder, banishing objects into the ethereal plane, and creating a violent burst of either gems or colorful light, amongst other things.
I'd be down for blue skin.
I would be down to have this wand in one of my campaigns.
Yeah. I wish that it was like, oh, blue skin for 24 hours. I'm like, yeah, I'm down.
Well, who knows? When we read the stat block, maybe it will be.
Yeah, maybe it will. Let's find out. The Wand of Wonder is rare, requires attunement by a spellcaster, so druids can use this one.
Nice.
The wand, I guess a ranger could use it.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
This wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and choose a target within 120 feet of you. The target can be a creature, an object, or a point in a space. Roll a d100 and consult the following table to discover what happens. You want to get a d100 ready while I read the rest of this? Right in here.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. If the effect causes you to cast a spell from the wand, the spell's save DC is 15. If the spell normally has a range expressed in feet, its range becomes a 120 feet if it isn't already. If an effect covers an area, you must center the spell on and include the target. If an effect has multiple possible subjects, the GM randomly determines which ones are affected. Why are they switching from DM to GM? In their text.
That's a good question. I haven't noticed that. I'll keep an eye out for
I've seen it here and there.
That seems like a poor decision on their part because they own.
They like trademark.
They trademark Dungeon
right?
Master.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Maybe they're just like tired of all the sex jokes. There's literally another podcast called the Dungeoncast. They don't run episodes anymore, but it was a BDSM podcast.
Shh, that's my secret podcast. No, I'm kidding.
It's Will's second podcast. He's like started the Dungeoncast twice. He's like, I'll never sue myself, so fuck it.
But I was aware that this existed.
Yeah, we looked it up.
I'm glad that you brought the attention to it to our fans.
Yeah, we might have addressed it on a previous episode too.
Okay.
It's pretty funny though.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to take any legal action. We're going to leave that one alone. That always reminded me of Dungeons and Daddies because they had to put not a BDSM podcast on their thumbnail. Yeah, they like added it after the fact. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20 on a 1. The wand crumbles into dust and is destroyed.
I rolled a 15.
Nice. You live today. Let's see. A D100.
I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it, and we'll read that one first.
All right. I rolled a 73.
On a 73. Ooh, that's pretty far. There's a lot of effects.
Yeah, there are.
You cast Fireball.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's overpowered.
Well, I'm pretty sure we are taking damage, and since we are but peasants,
That's true.
yeah, because we're in the studio right
space,
now. I think anywhere in here we would take at least
Yeah,
some damage.
I think you're right.
So I'll make a saving throw. I'll give myself a generous +1 to my dex saves. So 15. I'm gonna save it off probably. Wait,
Not against my spell DC, actually. What
Wait.
is the DC on this bad boy?
I thought
It's
it
probably
was
your spell DC because you have to be a caster to use it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, I saved the fireball. I'm just gonna say I did.
Okay, for sure.
15's pretty good. Okay, on a 1 to 5, you cast slow. Love that spell. On a 6 to 10, you cast fairy fire. Also another good spell. 11 to 15, you are stunned until the start of your next turn, believing something awesome just happened. That is cool flavor. 16 to 20, you cast Gust of Wind. 21 to 25, you cast Detect Thoughts on the target you choose. If you didn't target a creature, you instead take 1d6 psychic damage.
Oh boy.
Damn, that's funny. 26 to 30, you cast Stinking Cloud. Gross, you do a big fart. 31 to 33, heavy rain falls in a 60-foot radius centered on the target. The area becomes lightly obscured. The rain falls until the start of your next turn. Is there a section on rain in the DMG that would like cover obscurity and like weathers? That's gonna boost people's DCs and shit. I gotta read that. I never really thought about
there's definitely hazards and environment rules in the DMG for sure.
Damn, I know about like hazard.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta read on rain. Okay. 34 to 36. It's not usually raining in the dungeon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's just raining
That's true.
outside. And they usually just stay in the tavern and get wasted.
It's very true.
34 to 36. An animal appears in the unoccupied space nearest to the target. The animal isn't under your control and acts as it normally would. Run away or bite somebody.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah,
Okay, so roll a d100 to determine which animal appears. On a 1 to 25, a rhinoceros appears.
I rolled a 29.
On a 26 to 50, an elephant appears.
Fuck yeah.
So it's going to stomp you out.
Oh no.
On a 51 to 100, a rat appears. So most of the time it's going to be a rat.
Yeah.
Which is funny. This is a funny wand. I like this wand.
It is. I do too.
On a 37 to 40. It's funny because of how often rats come up in D&D as like a statted out enemy.
That's true. It's a cliche for sure.
37 to 46, you cast Lightning Bolt. Cool. 47 to 49, a cloud of 600 oversized butterflies fills a 30-foot radius centered on the target.
How big is oversized?
Well, okay, a butterfly is like, like 4 to 6.
The size of your palm, maybe.
Yeah, 4 or 5 inches for fully grown large butterflies.
Yeah, so
maybe 3 to 6 inches, let's say, for butterflies.
Sure. So these have to be like a foot?
Like 8 inch to a foot butterflies.
That's pretty big. Yeah.
Huge. That's huge.
Rather large.
Enormous for
It's
butterflies.
actually kind of scary.
The area becomes heavily obscured and the butterflies remain there for about 10 minutes.
Nice.
Damn, there's going to be a lot of dead butterflies in that fight.
Yeah, definitely.
Jesus. Can you imagine doing 2 of these and it's like butterflies, fireball. Oh my God. Flaming butterflies.
Butterflies, yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of fire damage. Okay, 50 to 53, you enlarge the target as if you had cast Enlarge Reduce. If the target can't be affected by that spell, or if you didn't target a creature, you become the target. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
54 to 58, you cast Darkness. Fun. 59 to 62, grass grows on the ground in a 60-foot radius centered on the target. If grass is already there, it grows to 10 times its normal size and remains overgrown for 1 minute. That could be troublesome. 63 to 65, an object of the GM's choice disappears into the ethereal plane. The object must be neither worn nor carried within 120 feet of the target and no larger than 10 feet in any dimension.
Okay.
Strange. Like a book? I don't know.
Okay.
66 to 69, you shrink yourself as if you had cast Enlarge Reduce on yourself. 70 to 79, you cast Fireball. Again, it's on there.
Yeah.
80 to 80. Why have two different set? Like
for Fireball?
Yeah.
They got lazy.
I guess.
They're like, shit, what did we put for this section?
One's hilarious. What about Fireball again? Yeah, okay. There it is. Invisibility is back again, 80 to 84. Okay. So I guess they did get lazy. 85 to 87, leaves grow from the target. If you choose a point in a space as a target, leaves sprout from the creature nearest to that point. Unless they are picked off, the leaves turn brown and fall off after 24 hours. Weird. 88 to 90, a stream of 1d4 times 10 gems You want to roll that D4? Each worth 1 gold piece shoots from the wand's tip in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide.
I don't have a D4.
What?
It's missing? Oh, it's right there. 4.
Wow, that's a lot of
40 gems?
Yeah. That could
Nice.
bust someone's teeth up.
Yeah.
Each gem deals 1 bludgeoning damage. It will bust people's teeth up. And the total damage of the gems is divided equally among all creatures in the line.
Oh, boy.
Pretty cool. 91 to 95, a burst of colorful shimmering light extends from you in a 30-foot radius. You and each creature in the area that can see must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or become blinded for 1 minute. A creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. 96, 97, the target's skin turns bright blue for 1d10 days. If you choose a point in a space, the creature nearest to that point is affected. Let me see how many days my skin be blue. For 3 days, babadi babadai. 98 to 100, if you targeted a creature, it must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. If you didn't target a creature, you become the target and must make the saving throw. If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, I hate that. Why do I got to keep track of that? The target is instantly petrified. On a failed save, the target is restrained and begins to turn to stone. While restrained in this way, the target must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn, becoming petrified on a failure or ending the effect on a success. The petrification lasts until the target is freed by the Greater Restoration spell or similar magic. So a very crazy effect at the very end here.
Yeah. You got to have a crazy one for number 100.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, okay. So let me find Fireball down here. Yeah, 70 to 79. Oh, wait, was Fireball only on here once?
No, it was on there twice. Or was it? It was once. I just rolled Fireball, so we hit it twice.
Oh, that's why. Okay,
and
I
we
was
talk shit.
Yeah, we talked big shit about it, but it was only on there once.
Our
with
bad
invisibility.
wizards.
My bad. That
Our
was
bad.
That was a Brian problem.
So what do you think? Wonder.
No, this is a really cool item.
It's very fun.
It's a lot like the Wild Magic table, right?
It is. It's a little more extreme than the Wild Magic table, I think. But
yeah,
I
it
do like
can
it a
be.
lot,
The detrimental stuff isn't as bad
detrimental,
as
yeah.
the. Well, I guess some of them are, but
yeah,
cool. I like the Wand of Wonder.
yeah, me too.
Neato.
Very iconic. Should be legendary in my opinion, but it's not. It's just rare, I think.
Yeah, it is rare.
For sure.
It requires
Okay.
attunement.
Well, do you have anything to add to our staves, rods, and wands?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't have any additional
No
rod
add-ons,
or wand.
no
that I want
extensions.
to add on
no.
the podcast. No.
Okay, let's take a long rest.
That we'll put it on the BDSM podcast for that one. Hey everybody, welcome to the long rest. This is the part of the episode where we fucking let our wands rest. And, like I said,
It was a long episode.
yeah, if they
I've got the stamina for this.
if we keep the wands up for too long, physician time. That was one of the marquees of the episode. So thanks for watching, listening, whatever it is that you're doing to consume the show. We really appreciate it. If you want to help us out, go to patreon.com/Dungeoncast. Any amount of money that you are able to set aside is super fucking cool. Annual subscribers also super fucking cool. You guys are super fucking cool. Make sure you get your bonus content if you're there. We're working on a lot of actual play stuff, and I think I'm going to be getting a couple of additional episodes up pretty soon of one-page RPGs and a bunch of silly stuff we've been doing. And also, I don't know, there's just a ton of cool stuff there. Go check it out. You can also find us on social media, etc. I actually have a long rest page I'm supposed to be referencing.
Yeah, we're at Twitter at the Dungeoncast.
Yeah. Do
We
you
have
want
a Discord. The link's in the description. It's one of the coolest places you could go.
Yeah, can you plug the backer kit again?
Oh yeah, we're writing a book. We're a little over halfway through writing the whole thing. It is a science fantasy space opera setting called Drakenstar. The book is called Star Seeker's Guide to Drakenstar. It's based off of our 77 episode campaign Super Quest Saga, where I DM'd for Brian, special guest Jake, friend of the show Josh Freeland, and I took their D&D characters and launched them into the future. And we had space adventures. It was great.
I'm Brian.
You are Brian.
Okay.
And if you guys want Space Avengers, if you want rules for space travel, if you want rules just for like cool magical item like upgrades and customization, that's all going to be in this book. Like, one of the things about this book that I kind of set out as my mission was to not only be useful for someone trying to do a sci-fi or space opera style setting, but to put tools in here that are useful for any campaign. And the two major things that I've worked on to make that a reality is, number one, something I've called the glyph system, in which you can infuse glyphs into your weapons and armors to give them unique properties. There's ways to upgrade it and swap them out, etc., etc. And also the custom species builder, in which we've provided the tools for people to build basically any species they want, with up to 4 what do you call them, racial traits. It's really cool. I'm very proud of it. And if you're interested in any of that stuff, setting or not the setting, like, definitely check out the book. Go to drakenstar.com. That's DRAKENSTAR.com. Links in the description. Pre-order your book. Yeah.
Awesome. So we're also approaching 50,000 YouTube subscribers, which we mentioned, but we forgot to mention what we're doing as a promo giveaway at the top of the episode for
We're
that.
We're really bad at promoting stuff.
But we are going to give away Baldur's Gate 3, a copy of
Indeed.
that for those of you. And a lot of people have heard about it already. We've mentioned it in the Discord.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
Looks like a really good game. I'm very excited about it. But yeah, we're giving away a copy. So if you want to win, want to enter for a chance to win the copy, all you got to do is subscribe, comment on a video, like a video, and you'll be entered.
There you go. We are partnered with Diversity Staves, a 501c3 nonprofit organization created by a collection of BIPOC and LGBTQ members of the ttrpg community who are committed to the promotion and uplifting of marginalized communities in the tabletop role-playing game industry through promotion, education, and distribution of grants to help fund new projects led by marginalized creators. I think it's a wonderful place to go donate to. So if you guys are feeling charitable and want to go help out a good cause, that's definitely a great place to go do that. And I noticed a lot of people have, or not a lot of people, but some people have been finding our merch store without us plugging it in like a while. So thanks for going to the merch store and buying stuff. There's Dungeoncast merch there. It'll
Indeed.
get shipped straight to you. We got
links in the description. I believe it's spreadshirt.com.
Spreadshirt.com. Yeah. When we also have a PO box.
We do.
I forgot to check it before this episode, so there might be stuff there.
I hear there's stuff.
Well, people have said that there's gonna be stuff, but there wasn't, and then so hopefully there, in like 2 episodes from now we'll have stuff. Yeah, maybe. It sounds like we will. So yeah, if you guys want to send like, I don't know,
whatever you want. Well, not whatever you want, but
well, within reason, like
something D&D related,
something, or
or fan mail,
a letter. Yeah,
we'll read it.
Or you want to send a postcard, we'll read it on the show, and we'll be super hype about it. You want to send packages? I think we have like an Amazon wish list with minis and stuff. If you like people who have sent us miniatures and figures and stuff, we put them up on display for the YouTube video, like sets of dice. I actually got a really cool display case that I'm gonna fill up pretty soon with cool dice that have been sent to us and stuff like that for charitable donors, etc., listeners, things like that. We get a lot of cool stuff from you guys, so thank you. Appreciate all that. I think with that we can call it a game.
Yeah, let's call it a game. We'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.
The Dungeoncast.